Scaling in your business means that you have to promote and promote some more. Reaching a wide audience doesn't have to be a painful process, and we're here to help you. Sign up for your sponsor ad today. You provide the product, service, or event that you would like to promote, and we do the rest. Enter and win a sponsor slot today. It's a win-win. It's cost-effective and meets your need. For more information, email helloaudacitypodcast@gmail.com or simply send us a DM. You're listening to Hello Audacity Podcast, where we highlight audacity in business from startup to multi-level success, finance, health, wealth building, and the journey to self-discovery. The added bonus is that you get to learn from industry leaders and hear victory stories across the nation. Now that's Audacity. I'm your host, LaShaMarie. Let's get into it. This husband and wife duo is redefining the term disability, one photo at a time. They just debuted the More Able exclusive, a photography project in Pho-Mo Magazine, showcasing the Able Project. So let's take a listen on how this God-led couple is taking the dis out of disability and making it a movement we all need to stand on. All right, now welcome back to another episode of Hello Audacity Podcast, where we showcase audacity in your business, your life walk, and matters of the heart. I'm your host, LaShaMarie. If this is your first time joining us, I want you to click like, share, follow, and subscribe on all of the networks, Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. I am so glad to have a repeat guest. I love me some repeat guests. That means they loyal. I did something right, and I need to bring them back on because they have something that they're delivering in the community that it should be highlighted, showcased, and screamed about. So, and this couple right now. They're the founders and CEOs of SDL Photography, and they have this wonderful project. And I love like a feel-good moment, but whenever we have producers and leaders in our community that's doing something that's different, that could be ground shaking. And I think this is not just like this is a global reach that they're doing. So, I can scream all I want about this fantastic couple. That is also joining us with Dr. Nina. Dr. Nina, oh my goodness, I don't have your last name, but I'm going to get to you, girl, so you can tell the world. But let's go ahead and welcome our guests for today, Angel and Shannon Lofton. How are you guys?
Good, yes.
Good. And I know you brought your wonderful... she is in the magazine and the project that you're doing. We wanted to, of course, have her take her lens through going through this experience of this monumental movement that you're doing. So, Dr. Nina, thanks for taking the time out to come on with us.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So I'm going to get to you next, but Angel and Shannon, go ahead and give the audience a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Well, go ahead. Now go ahead.
So we our husband and wife photography company, team, duo, whatever you want to call us. We are wonderful professional individuals in the photography world. We've been doing photography for over 12 years. We have been in business. Before that, Shannon was doing, of course, photography as a hobby, and just would always take pictures at his job, at a church, and just wherever he would just find himself flicking. So then he started this company because of a good friend of his just poured into him and just said, man, take this to the next level. And then her baby shower was actually our first event. I was not taking pictures at the beginning. I was the secretary. Just like Mary J. Blige says, I was your lover and your secretary. That was me. I was the secretary. I was the face of the graphics of the flyers, talking to the clients and customers, coming up with the pose ideas and studio creativity. That was me. But now I have, for a few years now, been the second shooter, and now I have taken more ownership into the business and kind of just more of a direct piece with the photography. So that's just a little bit of us. I don't know if you want us to talk about the project.
No, not yet. But
Okay.
let's go ahead and highlight Shannon. I know that your wife has shared some wonderful things on how she joined this endeavor, this vision that you had. And of course, this is what we do when we are married. You know, you get a partner through and through. So even though she's the backbone, you know, you have the eye. Let's speak to that eye. I love photography, but I'm a girl of the arts, and that takes a little bit of specialness about you, that you see things a little bit different than everyone else. You capture those moments, those key moments. Let's bring it in. Let's talk a little bit kind of about the project, because I want you to tell me, how did you use those society would say it's a disability, I call it a super strength. How did you use your super strength in order for you to pull out those key things that makes a picture memorable?
Well, growing up, I of course have cerebral palsy, but I never was a person that used my cerebral palsy as a clutch of my life. I always continued to make things happen the way they happen. My off the blocks of growing up, I was able to beat all the odds of people telling me what I can and cannot do. Everything that the doctor said, well, he's not gonna be able to do A, B, and C. I beat all of them and still continue just to beat them. And it's just amazing how even now, just want to go into photography because of my creativity, because of the people I've been around. Sometimes being around the people that's there where you're trying to get to kind of motivate you, trying to make you do the exact same what you want to do. So being around it for 12 years, I never gave up as usual, as my as part of me. I never gave up on anything. So this is something that I was passionate about. My creative eye is totally just want to just connect with people. I have a mass full of photographers that I connect with that poured into me as they see my passion, my goals, and my determination of everything that I wanted to do. So it just happened like that. My disability is just a plus sign. One of my mentors said, "Man, your story can make a difference." And at that time, I was kind of feeling like I don't want people to get to know that per se. I want that persona to be on me as being disability. But however, as I mature and seeing that I'm a father now, seeing that I have a 3-year-old son, I want to try to make a difference for him, to make a difference of people. So I took the advice that my mentor gave me and said, "Look, tell your story." So this is how this story became about. This is how everything become a reality, and it's amazing. My this project really enlightened me on a lot of things because I was able to connect with people in that community. Like any other community that's out here, they connect. But this connection with people with disability, that people that strongly said, "Well, I'm not letting nothing stop me from doing what I want to do." And being around that, it gives me that motivation to say, "I never did either." So me and being encouraging them, just the fact that I'm standing up looking at them, they looking at me and say, "Man, he doing all this from A to B, and he still continuing to moving on." I want to encourage them to do the same.
Right. Now we're going to dive deeper into this wonderful project that you have. Let's jump to Dr. Nina Addison and just tell the audience a little bit of, more about you. And before she come on, honey, we're going to have her own episode because I've read her bio. It's too meaty just to put into just one collaboration that they're doing in this episode. We're gonna invite her back, so I can't wait. But go ahead and tell the audience a little bit about yourself, Dr. Nina.
Hello, everyone. First, thank you for having me, and thanks Shannon and Angel for saying, "Hey, we're gonna have our book writing coach come on in as well." I am Dr. Nina Addison, the You Can specialist. I prove to you you can do anything needed, wanted, or desired. If God gave it to you, you absolutely can do it. I use my physical difference to make a difference as well, which is why I love this dynamic couple. Because when you find like-minded people, you get excited and you jump on board or whatever they have going on. And so I am a certified like breakthrough coach. I coach in the areas of book publishing and helping you get out of your doubts and live in your purpose. I am an award-winning motivational speaker as well as I'm a publisher that has helped over 100 people publish their books, which is what I am helping Shannon and Angel do. I'm not going to talk about their project because they're going to talk about their project, but it is one of the most exciting projects that I get a chance not to only help them and guide them through, but to be a part of. And so I'm excited about that. And I have a radio show called the You Can Show on Monday evenings on ICU Radio as well. I'm a ball of everything, just like Shannon. We are here to prove to people that you can do anything you want to do. And so I was also in their magazine. And so I'm just grateful and thankful for all the opportunities that God has provided.
Good, good, good. So let's jump to you, Angel and Shannon. Let's dive deeper into this project. Tell the audience what you are working on that's including those that you may think that are different. I know that they have a superpower, and it's not a disability, but very much an ability. Let's go ahead and inform our guests the project that you're working on currently.
So the project is called the Able Project. And when we started this last year, and then when we talked to you last, we were kind of at the beginning, like just putting the flyer out to get people to participate and be a part. And then you have to go into the next stage of photographing them, and they get complimentary shoots, not just nothing they have to pay for, literally just a great shoot. And it's supposed to be 30 minutes, but our shoots actually have been longer than that, which is fine. Because we just have such big hearts and we want to make sure we tell each person's story in the right way. So we have went from having participants that had autism to psychiatric disabilities, like myself, to others that have a physical or have a neurological, have all these differences, but again, like you said, a superpower, not really so much a disability, but still these persons that we took in pictures of, they are still doing so amazing things and of different ages, all very different ages. We are in the second tier of photography. With this project, we're about to move it to people with different races, but it's been just a blessing to come and think about what we were going to do, the props we was going to use, and outfits they were going to wear, and the locations we go to. One of our participants had a heart surgery, and we went to the hospital where she had it. And it was just really interesting. That was the first time we ever took pictures all over a hospital at Christ Hospital. Shout out to Christ Hospital.
Wow.
That was really cool. I don't know, Shannon, you want to give some more to like what I've already said?
Also, it's like she said, all races, different and different age group. One thing that really stuck out for me is I work at a high school and I do security at a high school. And where I'm posted at every day, we have young kids coming in to do after school programs. So the one lady just bring her kids in, just her daughter for cheerleading. So every day, so this one time she decided like, man, I need to. She just stopped in her mid track and said, man, I really want my son to meet you because I watch you every day. I come in to see you, and I see your superpowers, and I see that you not let nothing stop you from doing what you want to do. Now, what I want now, my son have seizures, epileptic seizure for like 3 years, and he's also in the magazine. So she reached out to me and said, "Man, you really encouraged me to for me to be able to encourage my son to push past anything that he said he couldn't do, because she made sure that she's stern with him, even though he has seizures and stuff like that. She's very stern, trying to make sure that he's on the right track. You don't let nothing stand in his way, and say, you motivate me. So that made me feel like, man, I never seen it. Well, it wasn't in my forefront of my mind. This is something I've been doing all my life. It wasn't something that is written out. Okay, what you gonna do at this age is this. I'm just being Shannon and how I am. It motivate and encourage other parents to do that, because she also, not only that I have cerebral palsy, I also have seizures, such a history of seizures. So he's also has seizures. So he's at the age where he's not able to do certain things because of his seizures. Like, but I told her I drive. Most people, when you have seizures, you're not really supposed to be. You're not a drivable type person. Not particularly for you to drive. So she was just, as a mother, concerned, like, okay, is he gonna be able to do this? Is he gonna be able to do this? So by her looking at me and talking to me, she realized, okay, yeah, my son's able to do all that because of what I see you do. So that's one thing I'm encouraged to do about this project, and I want to just reach out to anyone that's doing anything that they feel they can do. Just look at people that's doing it, like myself. So that's what I wanted to kind of encourage my people of whatever it is they're doing. Is to push past everything. I don't care what it is. If you want to be, if you want to just do whatever, just push past it and keep on encouraging yourself.
Right. And there are no limits.
No limits.
There are no limits.
And that's incredible that already this is what we want the project to do, but already it's inspiring somebody in the interim. So we haven't even finished everything with the project.
Right.
And her, that mother, she wanted us to meet her whole family after we did the photo shoot. We met her whole family because they said, we want to meet this couple that is doing this, and we think this is amazing. And the grandmother was crying and just saying, seeing Shannon gave her hope for his future, that her grandson will be able to do all things. Because I see him in position and he's doing all things. And so already we've been impacting those in the community of this, you can, like, just like Nina said, you can, you're able. That came from scripture, that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. That's our scripture focus for this project.
Amen.
Then it started as a magazine, but then when we met Nina, and we met Nina by God's circumstances, she was tagged several times about our project when we restarted it back up this year. And she was like, man, this must be a great couple and a great project. So I gotta like inbox them. And so after that, she kind of became a part. And then instantly she started encouraging us, like the wonderful encourager she is, to say, this can be a book.
Right.
So yeah, we were pushed to move into another phase of this project, and now we will be publishing a book. So the magazine's
That's awesome.
Thank you. The magazine's a precursor, but it's going to be more participants in that, and it's going to be, their stories will be expanded, and the other pictures that have been taken will be shared as well as story pictures of them and poems and all kind of different things and information about each one of their superpowers.
Right. Now, just to piggyback off of something that Shannon said earlier, I recall you talking to maybe a mentor, and in the beginning of something, sometimes you don't want your disability to shine through more so. You just want to, do your craft on your own merit and not highlight, maybe a disability. And I think that was the same way for me. As I started sharing my story a long time of everything that I've been through, I became silent because I didn't want that to overshadow some of the things I was working with in the community. As I've learned in this industry and empowering other people, and where God has moved me into, that is not overshadowing. That is really owning your story behind your brand. That gives you leverage. And so that's what I'm doing as well, is not only empowering people to show up in their brand, but give a voice behind your story that empowers you. But that's how we connect. We have leaders out there like, what's the child's name? Oh, Tabitha Brown. that started. Part of why she connected to her audience was by storytelling.
Okay.
And I just made a post the other day that said that's the difference between 6 and 7 figure entrepreneurs, your ability to share your story. So yeah, I wanted to, because I did recognize that, and I think a lot of people do say that they don't want to reveal some parts until they realize, no, this is what makes me different. These are things that add to my greatness, that God made me this way. This is an addition to. So yes,
yep.
I opened up this magazine, and is it Pho-Mo Magazine? That's the title.
Yeah, Pho-Mo Magazine, Barbara Peters. Shout out to you.
So I was going through this, and Jace, is Jace your son?
No,
he's
it's another guy. So I'm going off of memory, because I did see maybe 2 kids on there, and I was like, oh, that's good. You got the adults and the kids included into this magazine. And let me tell you, you guys, this magazine is so inspiring. And just to read the write-ups on each one that's featured, and their page or their photo is set up according to the color that's linked to that disability, that ailment. So I was like, wow, that's awesome. I think Dr. Nina, yours is it blue? Girl, I'm going off
red.
It is blue.
Red.
It's red.
And the way that you showcase some of these pictures, just to highlight their ability, it's just awesome. I remember the girl with the lymphedema. I said, go ahead, girl.
Yeah. And that was the second time we shot her. I think a year ago, we shot her. She had her own career, Angel.
She's amazing. Like Yosha is a local artist, and she has a art studio in the community, and in one of the at-risk communities. And we shot in her studio. Actually, that was like in the place where she actually teaches children how to bring power through painting.
Right. Now, you guys are based out of Illinois. Yeah. Now let's give a reference. How far are you from the metro Chicago area?
We're in the
about an hour.
Yeah,
about a good 30 minutes because we stay in South Village, so about 30 minutes from out of Chicago.
Gotcha. Yeah, I just wanted to give that location, but you guys highlight individuals from all over.
Yeah.
Right. Now, Dr. Nina, I'm gonna have you take yourself off mute. Tell us about your experience in being asked to be involved in this project, and also, kind of the behind the scenes. What was your take on why there's a need for you to show up in this space?
First, I saw the vision immediately. And one of the things that I realized is they're very creative. And so just to show up and to show people the name, the ABLE Project, because most people, once you're labeled disabled, that's all you're kind of looked at oftentimes. But no, I have a disability, but I'm not disabled. So I absolutely fell in love with it, because I always tell people that, because when you look up the word disabled, you limit yourself from doing things that you need to do or want to do. And because people like Shannon and I, we don't put limits on ourselves. We just have a disability. We have a difference, something we were born with. So when I heard that, I'm like, okay, let me look into this. And at least 4 or 5 people back to back was sending me inboxes, was connecting me and Shannon, me and Angel, and just all the different things. So when I looked into it and I saw what their purpose was, to bring light on different abilities that society called disabilities, it just warmed my heart. So for me, being an advocate of you can, an advocate of showing people that your difference makes a difference, that is my slogan. My difference makes a difference, and all of us are different. Some people's difference is just more visible than others, and I saw the embodiment of that in their project, and God just started giving me visions of how far they can go with this, because sometimes we have a vision and God is like, I'm gonna expand it, and he used somebody else to help us see the broader vision. And then just meeting with them, and just that eye, that thought, that process that Angel has of the hands, I'm like, okay, well, we're gonna make it do what it do. And just to see how it came to pass, it was, y'all saw a few pictures, but there were many pictures and many things that they had me to do with these hands. There's even one picture that we're like, if these hands could talk. It's just different things, just to exemplify and see. The process was seamless. It was amazing. They set the atmosphere, not just for this project, but they also did some branding photos for me. And the way they come and set the atmosphere, you're going to have an amazing time no matter what. So it was important for me to be a part of it, because it's part of my advocacy, as well as the highlight and the joy behind it all, and the like-mindedness.
Yeah, this I love the fact that they're showcasing both disabilities that you can see and those that are unseen. I know I shared when I had them on before of my illness that you can't see, me battling anxiety and depression and fibromyalgia. So yeah, so that we all have our own battles, to cross. However, somehow we just find the strength in God for us to keep showing up in a way that calls us to our best true self. Of course, by leading in a way that we know that God wants us to show up, right?
Yeah.
So it's the magazine, because I know that the participants aren't necessarily have to pay for this service. They may sow a seed but not pay for the service. Is this magazine out for the public to purchase yet?
Yes, it was published last week on Monday,
Okay.
and it is available for purchase. Purchasing it is not adding to anything for us to make any money from. It is solely for the magazine. That is a wonderful independent local magazine that gives several creatives opportunities to have a platform to showcase their creativity, to showcase passion projects, and able to keeping it free. She doesn't charge us to publish the magazine at all either.
Right.
And her daughter, Catherine, shout out to her. They're wonderful creatives and also just wonderful people that allow various photographers to have exclusive now magazines. So you can have an exclusive magazine with them free of charge. You just have to, reach out to them and have to contact them.
And I know I will definitely provide the link so that you can get in touch with SDL Photography and purchase the magazine. Now, is it a physical copy or is it a digital? Do you have options for both?
Physical copy and a digital. You get both.
Okay. Awesome. That's good. That's good. I'm still kind of old school. I still like books.
Me too.
Audible is nice and cool, but I'm the one. I like a good old fresh book.
Yeah, me too.
I like the magazine. I like to flip through.
Right.
That's a good thing.
I want to check out the magazine. We did it in purpose. July is actually Disability Pride Month, which we didn't before this know that the Disability Pride months of awareness and pride. So this July, we got it, thanks be to God, done before July ended, and that was Disability Pride Month. Our book, when it's published, will come out in December, God willing, and that is actually International Disability Awareness Month. So we did this stuff intentionally to also, for the community to know that the focus is, on that.
Awesome. Good.
And then to piggyback on that, last week they had a Disability Pride Parade, and we had T-shirts made, and these are T-shirts. It says with STL Photography, take the disc off of Able project. So we had these T-shirts winning in the parade, and we connected with people that was disability. We connected with other organizations there, people that's around in that community. That community is very, very, very big, and I'm just so intrigued on how many people that we touch just about even showing my work, showing letting them know about the project that we're doing, and people's very much intrigued and was like, man, this is good. There people want to fly us to Atlanta, come to everywhere just to be a part of this connection. So this is another thing that is impactful for us.
Now I just got a word. Something just came to me. Conference? Is there a conference you guys been thinking about? It's just me. I want to put it out there. That's a good thing.
Wow.
You prophetically speaking, I guess, right now.
Hey.
Wow.
It's just God's gift.
Wow.
But
I see that.
But you know what? Every time somebody talking to us, it give us another insight. We was at the Black Women's Expo in Chicago, and one of our photography friends, he would encourage us, man, just to be more versatile, with more diversity in this project as well. And being by diverse, you can connect, you can get more grants, people support you more when they see that. So that's the woman. You just said you have a conference. I didn't really think about that. Wow. Yeah. Every time we mention it, it's like somebody got another stack that we can do more.
Yeah,
the conference can kick off the tour. I'm just saying.
It could.
Oh, the tour too. Okay, I'm writing this down. See, y'all got my notes.
Well, we are
that's another way that we sell our books.
Yeah.
So, yes.
This has been very impactful on the both of us because before, I think with Shannon's disability, and he had never connected with the actual community like that, going to these conferences that are already going on, like the Abilities Expo, and then going to the Disability Pride Parade, which has been going on for 22 years, which I think should be on TV because it was a wonderful parade and put together so nice. Everyone in this community is just so warm and accepting and just so receptive. And like you spoke to earlier, something I'm noticing is that with the depression, anxiety, the psychiatric disability, a lot of people don't want to speak to that. And that's why I was so happy to be able, from my point of view, to speak to the severe depression I experienced, anxiety. And my friend said to me the other day, she said, Angel, your pictures and what you did, you killed that concept. And I was like, yeah, now I've written a poem like Fighting My Blues because I kind of feel like a lot of people don't see that as a disability, the psychiatric, but sometimes it very much can be debilitating. I do remember times I couldn't get up out the bed and how that stopped me from doing things. But then I remember too, I still did these things that I was doing while fighting that. So it's like, I think that too is something that needs more awareness, is like talking about those psychiatric and invisible disabilities, because a lot of times people don't give, put respect on that. Like that is something.
That's true.
Yeah.
That is so true.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so happy to have my own exclusive copy, and I urge you guys to go ahead and click those links and go ahead and get the physical copy. I know it's good that you have the digital option, but go ahead and support fully by buying a physical copy, because I know how the physical copy is set up. You can do a little bit more within the community and what you're doing in the brand and for other people if people would just support as much as they can. So I'll definitely have the links there for you guys. Are there anything other than that you're working on, or a conference, or are you still taking photographs of individuals?
We are
a volume 2.
Yeah, we're still taking photographs. We're definitely thinking of doing a magazine part 2 because we haven't finished all of those participants. We have over 20 something participants and we've only did about 11. And so we're still seeking people, new people, because like I said, I want to represent all of the disabilities, invisible, psychiatric. We want to really kind of get the whole scope. And then we were starting to think about the caregivers. So we were thinking about doing something with those who take care of those with special superpowers and their stories. So it's a lot of different things we have been talking about, as well as my husband has been encouraged now to start a foundation from this.
Good. That
And
is
also,
awesome.
oh, I'm sorry. And also this Saturday, we're gonna be taking pictures of the Page Awards, and that's award that someone else that connected with Nina. She could probably fill in more about the Page Awards. That we're taking pictures of the Page Awards where they highlight people with disability. The foundation, she had two kids that have a disability, and I think one of them, Lena, can probably enlighten more on this subject. But we're doing pictures, and it just being open to that community more, and just showing people that, man, if you can do it, whatever it is that you want to do, you can continue to push forward. Yep. So you're doing that Saturday.
So there is a chance for you guys to jump into volume 2. I know that I've seen this magazine, and it's so much more than, I believe, than just a magazine. I see it really, really picking up and taking off and making a global reach. With that said, I'm sure at some point you guys are going to have some ads included into this magazine, which would be great. So, and I must say that this magazine is truly making a global reach. So if you have a small business, a product or service, and you say, you know what, I need to start doing some other things in order to expose my business, reach out to them and say, hey, can I have a spotlight for my business? And I'm sure they can, set you up on a pricing program that will suit your needs in order for you to market your business. I think that's another great idea as well. Hey, I'm plugging all of it in.
I know that's right.
Come on in.
That's a good thing. Thank you for coming on today. I love not just repeat guests, but especially when you're doing something as monumental as you guys and selfless. Oh my God. This is truly amazing. So I'm very thankful for you guys taking the time to speak with me, Angel and Shannon. With all of the information will be in there. We're going to have you back on, Miss Nina Addison, the UK specialist.
Yes. Thank y'all.
Yes. Go ahead, Shannon. Can you tell the audience how to reach you?
Well, STL Photography and LLC on Instagram, STL Photography on Facebook, STL Photography on 24.com is my website.
Dr. Nina, can you tell the folks how they can reach you as well?
You can reach me on all social media at Nina Motivates. On Facebook, I'm Nina Motivates with the letter U. If you type in any of that, you can find me. You can Google me as well. If you Google Nina Motivates, I'll pop up. So that's the best way to reach me.
It's been great, guys. Thanks for tuning in another episode of Hello Audacity Podcast. And of course, remember to walk every day with Audacity. It's been real. Thank you, guys.
Bye-bye.